First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Looking to throw on second down. Heath. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at him and going, where are...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Zonovan Knight with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is DJ Chark. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion left here, Marshall. To throw on 2nd down. Heath, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Chris Jones on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake. Heath. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Heath. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Amari Barno getting there to make the stop.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian.
He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Panther first down.
Off play action. Heath. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Back to throw again. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Moore, the man in motion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Past the 20. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Off the play fake. Heath. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now Sam Sloman is on the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Knight, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On play action, Lawrence. Forced out to his left. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Zonovan Knight, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side...
Maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. A little juke. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Heath. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off play action. Heath. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Lawrence going to throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A final shot before break. Heath. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try the left side. It's Knight. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
To throw on 2nd down. Heath over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
First down, Panthers.
On first down, Heath sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
They'll run on first down. Knight, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Up the middle they go. Knight. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. It's Knight, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Up the middle they go. Knight. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Panthers.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. In motion right is Smith. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw. Heath. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And they will take a knee here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll indeed take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And they take a knee. Here comes the Lions punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one's over.